Good afternoon, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of the Sports Club Perspectives right here on thye Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. This is me, your boy Larry B. As always, joined by my beautiful wife, the lovely Cecilia.
Hey everyone.
And we are doing this on a Thursday this week.
Yup.
A little bit different than what we're used to.
Yeah.
However, as you guys know, I've been complaining about good old state exams and all that fun stuff. To be a teacher, fun, yay, me, yay, let's hit the applause button, woo. I'm just kidding. No, it's more like this.
No.
But whatever, I gotta get it done, right? Gotta do it. So anyway, I've been studying like crazy, and this is really the only time that would work for us. Especially tomorrow, since I'm going to be really hitting the books hard, since the exam's coming up next week. Therefore, we got to do it a little bit early this week.
Yep.
It's all good, though. We're doing it. Cecilia's fresh out of work right now.
Yeah.
She's loving that summer school life.
Yeah, I am.
Or not.
Kind of.
Just kidding. I'm happy I didn't do summer school this year. Too much on my plate.
Yeah, you do.
Anyway, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we got so much to get into today. The Men's College World Series. My team made it, yeah! Cecilia's didn't.
Nope.
Dang it. LSU was going. TCU, though, yesterday eliminated. Oh, it was a heartbreaker. Also, we'll be talking about the NWSL, the Gold Cup. Let's go, USA. I believe that we will win. Coming up this weekend, starting up, we see a Beatles tribute band tonight. Britain's finest. Looking forward to seeing them and Temecula concerts in the park. And oh yeah, there's a new show that we're watching. It's an old show actually, but new to us because at least we're watching it from start to finish. Two Broke Girls. And I only got that right because I wrote it down.
Yeah, about time.
I know. I've been calling it everything else but that. Also, Ethiopian Moka Java coffee. Oh, it smells so good. But is it too strong? We're about to find out. You are now tuned in live to the Sports Club Perspectives right here on thye Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Sports fans, do you like teams that are tough, cities that are tougher, and fan bases that are passionate about their teams? How about teams that are historic and stadiums that are iconic? Then you belong in Chicago, and you need to check out Chi-Town Weekly. Join me, Adam Kernan, every week as we keep up with all things Chicago sports. Bears, Bulls, Blackhawks, Cubs, White Sox. We'll cover them all, plus more. The Windy City is always buzzing, and we'll keep you up on all the big games and major stories. So tune in to Chi-Town Weekly every week right here on thye Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hey sports fans, are you in the market for Florida sports or just keeping up with the latest in the Panhandle? Palm Tree Sports is a dedicated audio hub to all things sports in the Sunshine State. We cover current events, big news, heavily favored opinions all across the NFL, NBA, MLB, and so much more. So come check us out every Saturday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For a down south education on Florida sports and athletics, it's hosted by yours truly, Corey Pujols, and is powered by thye Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. thye Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. You gotta love a Thursday show, right? No? Is this throwing you out of your rhythm?
Yes, it is.
How was your day today at summer school work?
It was good.
You have fun?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just checking.
Easy day.
Is that the best?
Sometimes.
Summer school wasn't meant to be hard. It was just meant, I think, to just have the students be there to know, yes, you're going to gain credit, but you're going to ruin your summer.
What?
Don't you feel that way?
No.
Okay, then I guess that was just me as a student. Because as a teacher, I'm like, okay, I'm down. Like, it was easy for me. I loved it. It was fun, short, accelerated. But as a student, to somebody who went to all 3 years, I never had a summer in high school. You know, because back then I thought that playing football was the only thing in the world and not getting good grades. I'm just saying. Okay.
Yep.
Those are just my thoughts then, I guess. So, all right. Well, with that said, today, oh my goodness, fun stuff. We're going to start things off with just the Men's College World Series has been such a fun ride. Such a fun one. And we started talking about this thing a week ago. Well, of course, when it all started. And my gosh, we picked two teams when it first started. It was up and down from the start. But long, gigantic story short, Cecilia went with TCU. I went with LSU. Yesterday, the Florida Gators. First things first, the only team that wasn't, like, ranked. Okay? I mean, they were ranked, but they weren't, like, you know, a super high seed. Like the other three was TCU. And they got all the way to the semifinal, okay? And they lost yesterday to Florida, 3-2. It was an amazing game. Unfortunately, though, Cecilia's pick, the TCU Horned Frogs, will go home after such a great season.
Yeah, darn them. I mean, they made it pretty far, so that's good. But too bad they couldn't go all the way.
Cecilia loves purple.
Yes.
This is the only reason why she picked TCU.
Yeah. Well, they don't have pink teams, so I would I would go for a pink team.
You would. It's okay. I chose the other purple school because I know they're pretty damn good. They produce a lot of MLB talent. You know, if anybody's ever heard of Bregman on the Astros. I'm gonna say they produce a lot of talent. So LSU looking pretty good. They were a 5th seed into this thing, and yesterday would knock off Wake Forest 5-2. There was a grand slam somewhere in the middle of the game that we were watching. It was such a good game. LSU advances. Yes! That's what I said yesterday when they won this damn thing. It was such a good game. Congratulations to the LSU Tigers. Go Tigers! But Cecilia's not happy with me right now. All I'm saying is what Terrence says in the chat room. My pick survives, yes. By the way, big ups to the chat room, by the way. Our boy Bernie Bango up in the house. He says, Big Cheesy in the hazy. No.
No, what?
And our boy Terrence says he will be in here today. So big ups to you, brother. Thank you for tuning in. Tonight it all goes down. Actually, not tonight. Once we're off air. At 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern. Wake Forest. Actually, no. Florida and LSU going head-to-head. I am so excited. We have the double elimination, that is. I'm sorry. Wake Forest taking on LSU. Okay, they will go head-to-head. And then the College World Series starts coming up tonight, or Saturday. It is going to be so awesome to see this. Wake Forest, a number 1 seed. LSU took them down yesterday. Tonight, will LSU put the Wake Forest Demon Deacons out of the Men's College World Series? Well, we're going to find out. So, should be some fun. I'm super excited. And, I'm just pulling for LSU right now. So, anyway. With that said, if anybody has not noticed yet, we have an Instagram account.
I mean, we've always had one. We just made our own separate one.
Isn't it cool?
With our show.
Isn't it cool that we have our Instagram account?
Larry's having too much fun with it, though.
You don't like it?
It's funny.
It's fun. It's a fun... I'm enjoying it. I really am.
I know, I can tell.
If you haven't followed us yet, please head over to Instagram. It is the same handle as our Twitter handle, at TSCP_IESR. Yeah, I have lots of fun on there. And, well, we're enjoying ourselves, posting some fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you should follow us.
Yep.
Tonight, when we are at the Britain's Finest concert, we'll be posting stuff. We're really excited for that. Well, that's a perfect segue, isn't it? Tonight? Well, we'll be having this game on Hulu on the phone tonight. Actually, it should end right when the concert starts, around 7 o'clock Pacific, that is. Tonight, so last week we saw a band that was awesome. It was awesome. We talked about them last week, and Jumping Jack Flash, a Rolling Stones tribute band. What did you think?
I liked him.
They were great, weren't they?
He had a good stage presence.
He was awesome. Like, these guys looked really, really, like, they were the part. Like, yeah, their lead singer, I wish I knew their names individually, but, you know, we don't. But regardless, this was awesome seeing them, because these guys right here, they were seriously like watching the younger Rolling Stones. You don't think so?
Well, I mean, you showed me, some old videos. So, yeah, they do have the same, like, energy that they did.
They were awesome.
So, that was pretty cool.
They were awesome.
That's good, too, though, because that goes to show you that they did basically their homework to impersonate them very well.
Oh, yeah. Like, seriously, this dude's stage presence was amazing. They were all so good. Every one of them were, like, identical to how the Rolling Stones played. It was cool. If you guys haven't seen, we got Beast of Burden, which was one of my father's favorite songs, one of my mom's favorite songs, one of my favorite songs. We got a good length of it that I posted up on our Instagram account, also on our Twitter account as well. Go check them out. They're such a good... Go give them a follow. I think that Jumping Jack Flash on Instagram, they are so cool. Like, seriously, and me, I love the Stones. Yes, we know they were a rivalry back in the day, you know, they still, I mean, no matter what, they'll always be two of Britain's best bands. I'm more of a Stones guy, just saying, put it out there, a little more of an edge, a little rocker, a little more rocker. Cecilia's more of a Beatles gal.
Yeah, I was more of the Beatles. That's what I mainly heard growing up, so.
She's a little more...
But now that I'm, like, being more introduced to the Rolling Stones, I like them equally still.
Aren't they great?
Yeah, they're both really good.
I said, hey, you! You're supposed to finish it. You're supposed to take it off my class.
I'm not good at the lyrics. Okay. You know this.
I'm just saying, they were awesome, and we really enjoyed them. But once again, for real, if you guys are fans of these guys, check them out. I don't know how far they tour, but seriously, if you happen to see Jumping Jack Flash in your, like, somewhere, concerts in the park, somewhere in your neighborhood, somewhere at your neck of the woods, they are totally worth the watch.
Oh, definitely.
And so give them a follow on Instagram at Jumping Jack Flash Band. Oh, they are so fun to watch, and they're going to be great. Let's go to the chat room real quick. Mike, got my popcorn ready for the show. Well, thank you, sure. Thank you for tuning in. Definitely. Always great having you in here, brother. Great job with you guys. Yesterday, you and Stephanie, always great job. And Bernie Bango, go Wake Forest. Boo! I was getting excited.
What?
Well, he's going for Wake Forest tonight.
Aye.
Sorry. So, anyway. And Bernie Bengal says, I was Mick Jagger for Halloween. One time. And I was all in character. I'll have to find a photo. Please do.
That probably would have been fun to see.
I guess
you all in character and everything. Yeah, we'll definitely have to see the photo.
I gotta throw this out there. I think this is a compliment. Just saying, Bernie Bango can totally pull off Mick Jagger. I can see it. I can see it. Like, I can see Bernie right now in my head, and I can see Mick Jagger, and I'm like, yeah, I can see that. If he dressed like him, I could see it. I'm gonna say, hey, Bernie's a cool guy, okay? He can pull it off. But, alrighty. So, today, of course, we got our coffee. Oh, well, actually, one more comment here. Adam Karnick, of course, we heard this last week in the chat room. Adam Karnick says, I'm a Beatles guy. Stones and Beatles had a fun rivalry back in the day.
Which I didn't know that either until Larry told me to.
Oh, they're fun.
Which is funny.
Oh, they're fun.
They're basically in the same genre, right?
Oh, yeah. Same time frame, same genre. Oh, yeah.
Well, I figured the same time frame.
Oh, yeah. And they had it was a rivalry, too. Because, I don't know, I don't think it got really ever ugly. But they definitely expressed some opinions about each other, of course.
Well, wouldn't you? Especially if it's a person that you're trying to be like, no, I'm better than you.
Oh, yeah.
Our music sells more than yours does.
Oh, yeah. Buy all records. And it's like, no, my very bad British accent.
But yeah.
Those guys are awesome. I love them both. Both amazing bands that deserve tons of respect.
Yes, it would be hard for me to choose, like, which one I like more.
Right. Oh, my gosh. Bernie Bango in the chat room says, I can even do the rooster walk.
The rooster walk.
You didn't see when the dude of that was impersonating Mick was doing that little...
Oh,
the little dance,
yeah.
I had to do it right now. The rooster walk. That was exclusive to
I didn't
Jagger.
know that was a thing.
Oh yeah, Jagger. Didn't you see that dang song? That song that you said, Moves Like Jagger or whatever?
Oh, with Maroon 5?
Bad guess, yeah.
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 I got the moves like Jagger. I got the moves.
Why do you think he says that? You know? Alright, on to the coffee of the day. The coffee of the week.
Yes, I need coffee right now.
This coffee is hardcore. It is called, once again, going back to the world market. We love the world market. Mm-hmm. We've grown kind of an addiction to it. You can find us there.
Yep.
It is by Direct Trade, I guess the brand, and it is a medium light roast, light bodied Ethiopian Moka Java.
Moka Java.
Doesn't that just sound good?
Yeah, sounds like it'd be another, like, chocolatey in a way, because that's what mocha is.
This is awesome, because I'm all for it. So this coffee from Ethiopia, we talked about before when we talked about Tanzania. This is some of the best coffee in the world comes from the continent of Africa. Some of it, actually, some of the best coffee in the world comes from Ethiopia. After seeing that last time. This is a medium roast type coffee, but I like it because it's medium light roast, meaning that the bean itself doesn't have to be so roasted. It's medium light. This is it's not raw, but my goodness, it's light bodied. This coffee is nearly raw. I love it. It's like a steak, I guess, in my opinion. You know, where it's rare. This is like medium rare.
That's a weird analogy, but okay.
I'm just saying, maybe that's the comparison. I don't know. But anyway, we got the coffee poured. We got our creamer insert. Actually, we're going to taste it black first.
I'll go first this
So,
time.
let me say this before Cecilia takes the first sip of the black coffee.
Smell it. It doesn't really smell like
it
anything.
doesn't. We first opened it up just a little bit ago. And I was going to pour it in our little bullet, our little grinder. I opened it up and I smelled it and it's like, woo. And then I showed Cecilia and Cecilia was like, her first words, wow, that's strong.
Yeah.
So, let's see how this sucker tastes. Once again, we first taste the coffee black, and then we taste it with our creamer. So, Cecilia's taking the first sip.
Oh, yeah. This would not be a coffee I could drink by itself.
Oh, man, that's my kind of coffee.
But it's... Ooh, the acidity is kind of there. Strong. Ooh.
Oh, my goodness,
and the bitter taste is like no other.
This is...
I can kind of taste the hint of, like, the mocha.
Oh,
Java.
man.
The chocolate taste.
This is the whiskey of coffee.
Why do you refer it with alcohol?
I don't know. I referred it with steak earlier.
No.
Or compared it. Oh, yeah. That was... Oh, man. Yeah. Okay, so if you are somebody who can drink black coffee and...
I give you props for that if you can.
and you can drink this coffee black. That is very tasty, actually. I think this is very good by itself.
No, not for me.
It's extremely acidic. It's extremely bitter.
Yes.
It's like a dry wine. It's a super dry wine. No?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to compare it to something that everybody else would know.
I don't know what you can compare that to, but no.
Well, it's definitely a dark one, but it's that's a deeper taste. So, okay, let's go ahead and try it with the creamer now. Cheers, and let's see. Oh, man. You know, with creamer, that really takes the edge off, though.
Yeah.
That really...
It tastes lighter with the creamer.
It really does. But, you know, I still taste the acidity. Mm-hmm. Do you still taste it? Mm-hmm. The, like, strength inside that coffee?
Yeah. It's still pretty strong.
Her face says it all. I think we found one that Cecilia probably genuinely doesn't like.
No. I mean, it's still coffee. Shoot, it's still something that will wake me up. So...
Oh, man. This is... we're not coffee experts. We haven't tasted all the coffee in the world. We've only been doing this for about a month now. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you right now, this is the closest that I've tasted to an espresso shot in regular coffee, I think. This is very similar to the Tanzanian coffee, the pea berry that we had a couple weeks ago.
I like that one more than this one, I think.
You think so? That was, this one's good because I feel like this one will definitely wake you up if you need it.
Yeah. It's still strong like the Tanzanian one.
This is good. That was very good. I give this a 10 out of 10. I don't know about my wife over here, but I gotta go first to this one because I think this is yeah. And as Adam says here, you hit it on the head, brother. Adam says, Larry, do you like your coffee similar to your beer? You better believe it. Not something strong, something dark, something tough. And that's very similar to coffee. Mm-hmm. Like, I like the coffee. I like that taste.
No, not me.
The dark, the strong, the good stuff. And this coffee is very good. Like that. I don't know. It's very good. But Terrence says here, Maroon 5 and Christina Aguilera. Moves like Jagger. I actually heard that song yesterday, believe it or not. Well, there you have it. Yeah. So, okay. Well, there you have it. We got our coffee tasted. What do you think? I give it a 10 out of 10. What's your grade?
Without the creamer, and it's just black, give it like a 0. No, I'm just kidding.
Negative.
Yeah, negative. But with the creamer, it's decent. I would give it probably like a 7, I guess.
And that's her being nice.
Yeah.
Being nice.
Be quiet.
You think it's that bad?
Mm-hmm. No, it's not bad.
Just kidding. Well, 7's not super bad. But, well, this was very good. I really enjoyed it. As you can see, somebody like, Slay doesn't really have that. She doesn't really care for the strong type of coffee. So, yeah, if you're somebody who's like that, who's like, no, I prefer a lighter type of coffee, this definitely isn't for you. Mm-hmm. But if you like that strong, really tasty kind of coffee, I definitely recommend this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. All right, you guys. Well, with that said, we are going to take ourselves a quick break. And when we come back, well, we got plenty more to get into today. We got a little bit of, we talked about the Men's College World Series, a little bit of Women's Pro Fast Pitch. We have NWSL action. We're going to talk slightly about the Gold Cup starting up this weekend. And we will also be jumping on into a show that we have been watching a lot lately. It is our new show we'll be discussing here on the on our show here, and well, Two Broke Girls. It's pretty funny if you haven't seen it, which I'm sure you have. Anyway, all of that coming up and more on the other side of this break. You're listening to the Sports Club Perspectives right here on IE Sports Radio. Your direct feed for all. That is sports. We'll be right back after this.
What's up, everybody? This is Taryn Rodriguez. Are you a fan of volleyball? Are you a fan of Thunderous Spikes? Then I have the show for you. Set Point, where I cover NCAA men's and women's volleyball, high school boys and girls volleyball, beach volleyball, and even professional volleyball. Catch the action every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
It's IE Sports Radio. It is your direct feed for all that is sports. It is Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris every Tuesday night right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris, the most comprehensive view on Philadelphia sports exclusively right here on IE Sports Radio. You know what it is, your direct feed for all that is sports. Tuesday night, IE Sports Radio, Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris.
What up, Boston sports fans? This is Mikey Two Guns here, your host of Our Bleepin' City, airing every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 p.m. right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Please join me. We'll talk everything Boston sports, all the local teams, college teams. I'm even down to talk MMA, boxing, whatever you guys want. So join me every Wednesday night, 7 to 8 p.m. Chime in with your questions on the chat, tweet the show. We'll even have call-ins. I can't wait to hear from you guys. This is going to be a lot of fun. So once again, it's Our Bleepin' City. I am your host, Mikey Two Guns, every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 p.m. right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. See you soon, people.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Couple Perspective right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. We are back at it. Oh, man. Well, we've got some great coffee, some great sports in front of us, because, once again, Men's College World Series, it boils down to just a few more games. We find out who's going to be in Florida coming up tonight in just 30 minutes. Wake Forest taking on LSU. Really excited for that game. Let's go, LSU. And that was my pick at the start, and I'm going to roll with these guys, so let's see if they can pull it off. All right, so next up, really brief, really excited, though, the Gold Cup. Of course, happens every so often, 4 years. Such a great cup this is. All of the Americas competing in one cup. Well, not all of the Americas, but you could say Central and North America. CONMEBOL, of course, that's its own thing. Copa America, that's its own thing down south in South America. But all of La Caribe, all of Central America, all of the USA, and good old Canada gets a chance to compete in this cup. Really excited. USA has landed in Group A, where they'll be facing Trinidad and Tobago. Also, Jamaica is up in there, and St. Kitts and Nevis, of course, as well. In Group B, we have Haiti, Honduras, Mexico, and Kuwait. Yes, I know, it's kind of weird. I said it was all of... I'm sorry, Kuwait. Qatar. I know I said it was all of the, countries in North America. Regardless, I don't know. This has happened already before. And yeah, Qatar is a part of it, and they're cool, sweet. They can join all they want to. I know it was kind of weird when I first saw that the last time this happened. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird, but yeah. So they're welcome, and hey, have fun in the Gold Cup. So that is Group B. Also, next up, we have in the Bernie Bango says USA should sweep the they absolutely should. And then he said Kuwait too. Qatar paid CONCACAF a ton of money to be here. Yeah, that's crazy, but they, and it's cool because they get the experience. Mm-hmm. They're from the Middle East, but they get the experience, which is great. But in Group C, Costa Rica, Los Ticos, El Salvador, we have Martinique and Panama. And then in Group D, it's Canada, Cuba, Guatemala, which is pretty cool, and Guadalupe, its own little island, little deal down there. So, okay, that is Group D. Now, of course, we're cheering on our good old USA. Because that's what our colors, red, white, and blue. But pretty cool though, right? The Gold Cup happening. First game starts on Saturday, this coming Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. USA taking on Jamaica. USA's actually gotten better. They still irritate me in many ways. But this team has actually gotten, I think, enough to be competitive to win this thing this year. I think they should be able to. And this is just good because, hey, this is all the more experience for that big stage coming up in just a few years that we just happened last year, the World Cup. USA didn't give the best performance, but they didn't give the worst either. So the better for these guys. Really excited for that. And well, there we are. So yeah. So what do you think? USA, you got a lot of faith in these guys, or from how I just talked about them right now, do you feel they're going to fizzle out, or do you think they should win this thing?
I don't know, because every time I say I'm going for something, they always lose.
I know.
Hopefully, they can make it all the way, but I guess we'll have to wait and find out.
Well, on the opposite end of these guys is the women's team. And they are getting ready to get underway in just 1 month's time. The 2023 Women's World Cup gets underway on Thursday, July 20th. And the women are placed in, or drew in, Group E. That's USA, Vietnam, Netherlands, and Portugal. And their first game is Friday, July 21st at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're definitely going to be cheering on the ladies. I told Cecilia, because the finals are on some crazy, super crazy time. We're already going to be going back to work at that time. But I told her, if the USA makes the final, you guys, I think the final is at a ridiculous time. But told her we have to, actually no, we're not going to be back in work by that time, but I told her if they make it all the way to the final, we have to stay up and watch this final. And if I'm not mistaken, the final will be, we will be back at work. So the final itself will be August 20th, Sunday, August 20th at 3 a.m.
Oh, jeez.
Pacific time.
No, I'll be asleep.
You don't want to wake up for them?
We'd have to go to bed super early.
Well, let's cheer on our ladies and hope they can get it done this year. But, of course, that is a little bit about that. And lots of soccer, of course, coming up. You gotta love the summer of soccer, as always. And definitely enjoyable. So, alrighty. Well, moving forward, we saw in MTV High School Stories a little bit ago. We've been talking about, we talked about one already. We're bringing them back. I know we have talked about it in a couple of weeks. We have so much to get into. But if you guys don't remember, a show that was on MTV from, my gosh, what was it, about 2004 to about 2010-ish, around there. High School Stories, MTV High School Stories, scandals, pranks, and controversies, I think, or something like that. And we saw one a couple weeks ago. We talked about it on the show where all the kids jumped in the pool for a senior prank and then went to class all wet, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Okay, this one was weird.
Yeah.
Really weird. It was a bunch of kids who loved their principal somewhere in New York, and they leave for Christmas break and he didn't return, and nobody got answers. They were getting a new principal, and that was it. So they staged a sit-in the auditorium to know where their beloved principal went. The superintendent gave them just bland answers of saying it was personal for everything they asked, and then that was it. And then they staged a sit-in. Some kids got detention, and then it just kind of ends where they say that...
and some got suspensions.
Some got suspended for it. And then, kind of funny, Ironically enough, they end up staying in detention in the same auditorium that they stayed in for their sit-in. And then out of nowhere, they just kind of end it and said, well, we never found out what happened, but we're glad that we stood up for what we believed in.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So there's, I don't know, maybe it's just one that's supposed to be meant for open interpretation.
That was... What was your thoughts immediately once that ended?
Well, I already said it. Remember I said it right when it was about to end. I was like, maybe he passed away and they just didn't want to say.
Poor guy. I mean, hopefully he didn't. He seems like he was a really nice man.
Well, yeah, if they all loved him.
But, like, what? That was weird. Like, I feel like that shouldn't have been an episode.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird one.
That was...
Not weird. It was just like, okay, it didn't really give you... like more information. It just kind of left you hanging. It's like, okay, what was the point of all this then?
Yeah, like, and the kids are like, yeah, well, we're just happy that we stood in because we like, okay, well, yeah, you stood up for what you believed in. And that's awesome. That's really cool, but it sucks to not get any answers out of it.
All they really had to say, to be honest, like if the principal or the superintendent, I mean, didn't want to give out like the information, like who knows, maybe he got fired, but they didn't want to say that. I mean, hopefully he didn't either. But I would have just been like, he went into retirement. He didn't want to say any goodbyes because he hates goodbyes, and that was it. Like that's how I would have told them. And I'm pretty sure the students would have been more than happy with that. Then they would have been like, okay, well, like, he didn't want to say goodbye, so, but at least we know he's retired.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he's an older man. Like, he looked like in his probably 60s or so.
Yeah, it was just strange. Like, that was really weird. Like, I did not by far like that episode at all. Like, that was just strange. Like, the weirdest cliffhanger you can imagine. Like, who, I don't know. I really feel that shouldn't have been an episode at all.
Yeah.
There's some kind of resolve and like some, like something. Nope, not this one. Mm-hmm. Nope. Like there was no, I don't know. Like that's just, I don't know, it ended so briefly and.
Like so abrupt.
Yeah, it was weird.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And who knows if that was a true story or not. Because we don't know if any of these are, huh?
So... I guess... I mean, all these are supposed to be true stories. I just don't know if they are or not.
Yeah.
But I looked up the one where they all went and they jumped in the pool, and that was actually a real thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. The MTV high school stories, they're fun. They look cool. I enjoyed them back when I was in high school. That's right when we were in high school. Mm-hmm. In the, early to mid-2000s. And it's just... I don't know. It was fun to watch and get home from school and everything, like TRL and everything. But yeah, that was just kind of weird. Kind of a weird ending, and well, all I can say is I just hope the principal was okay after all that. But
yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, that was.
I guess we'll never know.
Very, very strange. So anyway, that was a odd little deal there. We'll hopefully pick a better one next week when we talk about these again. But. So there's that, and a little bit of NWSL now. I know we kind of just jumped around there, but going into the Women's Soccer League, you guys, if you have not followed the NWSL, oh my gosh, this league is so much fun. I talked about this last week on The Defining Moment, and it's incredible to think, how crazy is this? The gap from first place to fifth place is just 3 points.
Dang.
That's how tight this is.
That's crazy.
San Diego Wave, the team that we support, was just like first or second place last week. Now they're all the way down to fifth.
What?
And it just took a week.
Dang.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So, yeah, right now, currently, the Washington Spirit lead with 23 points. The Portland Thorns are in second with 22. North Carolina Courage, who were just in fifth place, are now in third with 20. The OL Reign from Washington State, has 20 points, and then the Wave FC, our team, they would actually this past weekend they would take an L to Angel City, which is the team in Los Angeles, and well, that's it. With that one loss, they would drop all the way to fifth place.
Wow.
With 20 points. But still, anything can happen. This
Yeah.
week, if they win and all those other teams lose, they go back to first. Or they draw. Crazy, right? So is that not exciting? You know, like to me, like the NWSL, because it's a women's league, doesn't necessarily get like the love it deserves.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
But it's awesome to see this. Taryn says here, of course, he covers everything SoCal on the SoCal Spring Sports Show every week. He says here, Wave FC should have taken care of business against Angel City. No bueno. No, at all. I just found out from Taryn last week on his show that Angel City FC just fired their head coach because they haven't been taking care of business this whole season. And then, with the interim coach, they freaking beat one of the top teams.
Oh, wow.
And take out... Like, seriously? Wave, are you serious? You couldn't beat a team with no coach? Are you serious? Could beat everybody else, but you can't beat them. I'm just kidding. But, anyway, so what a great league, right? So awesome stuff there. A little bit of MLS for you guys, too, since we're talking about the women. Our Galaxy sucks. They're second to last. That's all you got to know about them. They suck in the Western Conference. However, Cincinnati is amazing right now. They've only lost one game this year. They've won 13, drew 4, and they have 1 point. They are dominating the East right now. 43 points. They are leading everybody. Okay, even the closest to the second. Okay, closest to second place. Incredible. They're leading by 8 points over the closest to them in second place. Cincinnati is dominating right now. So congratulations to them. The returning champs LAFC is doing their thing in the top of the West with 32 points. Of course, everything else is much more competitive in the West at the moment because Cincinnati is running away with it in the East. But also, a first-time team, St. Louis, currently second place with 29 points. How do you like that?
Oh, wow.
First time in the league. Here they are dominating. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, go.
Terrence is here in the chat. Yeah, Bernie Bango, of course, a Sounders fan. They're currently in third place right now. Us Galaxy fans are just not caring about soccer at the moment. But, Terrence says, funny thing is, Wave FC is really good on the road, but really bad at home. Doesn't that suck?
Yeah, that is interesting.
Man,
You would think that they would want to win in their own house.
I guess so. And we wanted to go see them.
I don't care. I'll still see them. Anything to support.
And be talking crap in the stands. I don't care. I'm sorry. Anyway.
No, you don't.
So I will be. We're never going to a Raider game. I'm just kidding.
No.
The last time I was at a Raider game, I said more horrible things than I even thought I could say to them. And they all heard me, too. It was awesome. We were really close. So he's saying, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'd give almost anything to be on that field. The only thing that kept me off of that professional field was my height. And I know that. It just makes me mad. These guys are gigantic and they're just going through the motions. The Raiders suck horribly. So, anyway. LAFC beat Seattle last night. How about that? They did! Taryn here covering all of the LAFC sports here. Oh, sorry, of the LA teams, of course, all Southern California. And Bernie Bango, actually, loves his Sounders. Kind of funny. So, yeah, Bernie says here, LAFC is best in the West. No shame in taking the L there. Yeah, when you lose to the best team, yes. But when you're the Wave and you lose to Angel City without a coach, no. Sorry. Anyway, speaking of those sports, we gotta throw this out there really quick. Last week we were listening to, on our way to go see the Rolling Stones cover band. Ladies and gentlemen, Daryl Kinsey Jr. announces on the Extra Mile that Formula W, the Formula One basically for women, because Formula One doesn't believe that men should be racing with women, even though there's no physical contact there. It's literally just driving. It looks like Formula W is going to go under.
Yep, which is dumb.
When you first heard that last week, I mean, we were both appalled. But what was your first thought?
I was mad. Because, I mean, these women work hard too. And it's a vehicle. Anybody can drive a vehicle. Men are not better than women in that aspect, so.
It all depends on skill.
Or any aspect, yeah. It literally, depends on your driving skills.
Yeah, that was kind of annoying. So, yeah.
I hope these women fight for that right to have their own league again. Or to, be involved in the men's league because they deserve it too.
Yeah, That was such a bummer hearing that. But hopefully they'll get with it and things work out. But moving forward, too, we have been trying to keep up our best with women's pro fast picks, the WPF. The Pride has been taking hits, which is crazy. But, man, the Texas Smoke, they've been smoking, man. They've been on it, playing extremely well. We've really got to get to watch some of these games. But so far, women's pro fast picks has been an absolute hit. Mm-hmm. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, that's good.
So, excited to see those ladies ball out. Moving over to the MLB, really quick here. And once again, I know we don't cover everything on the show. A little bit of a, chiller version of the defining moment, if you will. But over here, we do got to talk about how things have been going in the MLB. My goodness, you guys. Major League Baseball has been so much fun to watch this year. The Red Sox has swept the Yankees. I mean, how awesome was that? Tampa Bay still schooling everybody in the NL East. And what's blowing my mind is the Dodgers are taking a tumble. Mm-hmm. The Dodgers were just nearly leading the West, and now they are trailing by 4 games under both the Arizona Diamondbacks and the San Francisco Giants.
Dang.
The Dodgers are falling apart.
That sucks.
Isn't that something?
Mm-hmm.
And the Angels, of course, interestingly enough, having one of their better seasons, and they're still third in the West. That goes to show you how good the Angels are. Anyway, so a little bit of talk on our teams there. Even the Padres right now under the Dodgers at 9.5 games back from the Diamondbacks. So, yeah. Anyway, there we are, a little bit of a touch-up on our teams there and a little bit of news and fun stuff. So, alrighty, well, there we have it. A little bit of sports going around there. We're going to take ourselves one more break. When we get back, we're going to talk about a show that we have pretty much been addicted to the last week or so. You're listening to the Sports Club Perspectives right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all. That is sports. We'll be right back after this.
What's good, everyone? It's Drewski, the host of Heart of Texas Sports on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. On this station, we cover everything in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area. From we cover the Dallas Cowboys, the Dallas Stars, Dallas Mavericks, Dallas Wings, Texas Rangers, TCU, SMU, we cover it all right here every Wednesdays from 9 to 10 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you stay live with me on the Heart of Texas Sports on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's happening, sports fans? Are you a fan of Southern California sports? Are you looking for a show hotter than a hot summer day in California? Then look no further than the SoCal Supreme Sports Show, where I talk about all things Southern California sports. That's right, all sports teams from Southern California. From the hard-hitting tackles of the NFL, to the killer crossovers and big three-pointers of the NBA and WNBA, to the grand slams of the MLB, to the bone-chilling goals of the NHL, and to the booming kicks of the MLS, the SoCal Supreme Sports Show has it all for you. Oh, and let us not forget about the college sports as well. So join me, Taryn Rodriguez, every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's up, sports fans? You're listening to IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I'm your favorite West Coast Wisconsinite, Bernie Bango, and if you're a cheesehead, come listen to my show, Big Cheese Sports, where we road trip around America's Dairyland, previewing, reviewing, predicting, debating, and digging into all that is Wisconsin sports at the college and pro levels. Join me on IE Sports Radio, Sundays at 1 p.m. Central Standard. Bernie out.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. And that show is very cheesy. That is the cheesiest show on the network. Bernie is the cheesiest host. Okay, I'm sorry, I guess having fun here. But big ups to all of our awesome podcasters here at IE Sports Radio. Man, so many great shows. As a matter of fact, we got lots coming up today. Coming up in just about 8 minutes here. We have Magic City Scoreboard with our boy JB. Check out everybody in the 305 over there. Miami Sports coming up at the other top of the hour there at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. We have The Extra Mile with Mr. Daryl Kinsey Jr., Mr. Christopher Lehman, and Michael Ward. And then coming up tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Pacific, Lions, Tigers, Pistons, and Wings. Oh my! I love the name of that show. With Mr. Zachary Puplis. Lots of great shows coming your way today. As always, lots of great things happening here at IE Sports Radio. So, big ups to everybody once again in the chat room. Bernie Bango, it ain't easy being cheesy. That's for sure. And Taryn, of course, the puns toward Bernie aren't Gouda. Wow. we can just keep going, guys. You know, we can do this. So anyway, Two Broke Girls, lay it on us. You introduced me to this thing, and you said I would like it.
Yeah.
Well, we started watching it. It's
Sometimes
freaking
I just
hilarious.
do that. I'm like, I think you would like it, but for the most part, it does work.
Usually, yeah. Well, you know me.
What's the one show? Oh, Manifest. I introduced to you.
That was pretty cool.
Obviously, Two Broke Girls now. I
This
think that's
show-
really it.
This show's funny, though. So please, tell us all about it. The show has been fun. Where are we at now? Season what?
I don't even know. I think we're on season 3 or 4.
We're like far.
And there's 6 seasons.
Yeah, well, it's been a fun ride. Like so go ahead. We have plenty of time to talk about the show. Let's go ahead. What do you got for us?
Obviously within the title, it's called Two Broke Girls, so it's about these two girls. One who's already been living like, you know, paycheck to paycheck, basically. So, you know, she's broke, as they would call it. And then this rich girl who's, you know, used to being on the higher end and whatnot, and not having to worry about money and her bills and whatnot. But her dad ends up going to jail because he embezzled from the company. I don't know what company he worked for, but I forgot. Anyway, yeah, so now they literally froze everything for her. Even her trust fund, you know, all her bank accounts and whatnot. And they even seized her home from her. And so she ends up meeting this girl, Max. And Max basically shows her the ropes of, like, how to live and whatnot. She still has, like, her hissy fits of, like, oh, like, it's like not being able to afford things or whatever. But yeah, and then they just have these, like, comedic reliefs. Like, the girl who plays Max, she's very funny throughout the whole entire show. And I'm forgetting the other girl's name. That's crazy, but she's the main character, too.
Which one?
Caroline.
Oh,
there we
blonde.
go. Yeah, the blonde. Caroline. She's the one who was rich, but now has to live paycheck to paycheck. And they're trying to start a business together, which is a cupcake business, because Max likes to bake. So we see them in every episode trying to make their business grow and everything like that. But of course, they come up with trial and errors and whatnot. And yeah, it's a pretty funny show, though.
It's a good watch.
Yeah.
If you like that kind of, it's fun. I thought it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I really thought it was awesome. It's a fun show.
It definitely has Larry's sense of humor, and that's
oh my
why I
gosh,
know
yes.
that he would like the show.
Oh my gosh, yes. My sense of humor, of course, it's out there. I think it's funny because Stifler's mom is the Polish lady. I know we haven't watched American Pie, but I've seen those growing up and they were hilarious. So it's funny. Like the cast of characters is really funny. It's Terrence is here in the chat room that he loves that show. It's funny, yeah. And well, when Cecilia puts it like that, what do you mean?
Yeah.
But it's funny. It is a very funny show. I guess its original run was from like 2012 to 17, I believe.
Something like that, yeah.
2017. So, of course, it already concluded years ago. Mm-hmm. But it's totally worth the watch.
Oh yeah.
We're loving it on Roku. We have our Roku over there, and we definitely enjoy that channel. The Roku channel is cool. The Roku stuff on there, they have some cool stuff on there.
Yeah. I'll have to check out more stuff, but you do get commercials.
Yeah, but it's totally worth the watch. If you have a Roku, or I don't know if you already have the seasons, maybe you already know this, but if you got a Roku, or however you can watch your TV, we definitely recommend it. That's a funny show.
Yeah, it's really good. It has you laughing in every episode.
Yeah.
I don't think we've been through one where you haven't laughed.
A lot of raunchy humor. I love it.
Yeah.
It's very funny. Just because I feel like the blonde, I hate to say it, but she's like a ditz.
In a way, yeah.
And the other one, she's really funny because she's so straightforward and so blunt. And she's like low-key making fun of the blonde all the time, which is kind of mean. But the blonde's not like a total idiot, so she gets it. So she comes back at her. It's funny. It's really funny.
Yeah.
It's totally fun to watch. So, anyway, keep it real, Bernie Bango. Yeah, it's time for the NBA draft. Oh, yeah, it's going to be fun. We got so much more coming up tomorrow. You can catch me, your boy Larry B, on The Defining Moment in the afternoon. Oh, it's going to be a great show covering everything sports in an hour's time. It's always fun. And, well, my beautiful wife and I, we are off to go get some Subway in a little bit. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then go enjoy concerts at the park. The Beatles tonight, of course, Britain's finest. If you are on Twitter, give us a follow at TSCP_IESR. Give us a follow on our new Instagram account, TSCP_IESR. Any last words for our listeners this week?
Thank you for listening. Take care, be safe, and stay healthy.
That's right, y'all. For my beautiful wife, Cecilia, for me, this guy over here who's burnt out from studying, Larry B. We will see y'all next week. Until then, take care. And as always, God bless.